in psychosis. Now laugh with me.
Drivers told to stay clear of gas stations in 4 states.
Motorists have been warned not to fill their cars with gas at locations across Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Indiana due to spiking atmospheric pollution. The National Weather Service has issued air quality alerts and advisories across the 4 states for Monday due to high levels of ozone in the air. This is due to elevated levels of ozone, which may approach or exceed unhealthy standards, according to the NWS, promoting the agency to warn drivers to avoid filling up their vehicles at gas stations. Ozone pollution, also known as ground-level ozone, is a harmful air pollution formed when pollutants from vehicles, industrial facilities, and other sources react with sunlight. Unlike the protective ozone layer in the upper atmosphere, ground-level ozone is detrimental to health and the environment. The ozone can reach dangerously high levels on particularly hot and sunny days, and the Midwest is currently in the grip of a heat wave. Help reduce ozone by taking the following actions. Carpool. If possible, bike, walk, or take the bus instead of driving alone. Refuel your vehicle after 8 p.m. Do not idle your vehicle. Exhaust contributes to air pollution. Mow your lawn in the evening hours and avoid the use of gas-powered lawn equipment, the NWS alerts advise. Ground-level ozone is harmful to health because it irritates the respiratory system, reduces lung function, and aggravates conditions like asthma and bronchitis. It can cause coughing, throat irritation, chest pain, and shortness of breath. Long-term exposure can lead to more serious respiratory diseases, reduced lung function growth in children, and increase the risk of respiratory infections. Vulnerable groups such as children, the elderly, and those with pre-existing health conditions are particularly at risk.
This is from Live Science. Wait, or Live Science.
Live.
This is from Live Science.
I think
it's Live Science. This is from Live Science. The sun's magnetic field is about to flip. Here's what to expect.
The sun is on the verge of a significant event, a magnetic field reversal. This phenomenon happens roughly every 11 years and marks an important stage in the solar cycle. The shift in polarity indicates the halfway point of solar maximum, the height of solar activity, and the beginning of the shift toward solar minimum. The last time the sun's magnetic field flipped was towards the end of 2013. But what causes this switch in polarity, and is it dangerous? Let's take a deep look at the sun's magnetic field reversal and investigate the effects it could have on Earth. And to understand the magnetic field reversal, first it's important to be familiar with the solar cycle. This approximately 11-year cycle of solar activity is driven by the sun's magnetic field, is indicated by the frequency and intensity of sunspots visible on the surface. The height of solar activity during a given solar cycle is known as solar maximum, and current estimates predict it will occur between late 2024 and early 2026. But there's another very important, albeit lesser known, cycle that encapsulates 2 11-year solar cycles known as the Hale cycle. This magnetic cycle lasts approximately 22 years, through which the sun's magnetic field reverses and then reverts to its original state. During solar minimum, the sun's magnetic field is close to a dipole, with one north pole and one south pole, similar to Earth's magnetic field. But as we shift towards solar maximum, the sun's magnetic field becomes more complex, without a clear north to south pole separation. The upcoming switch in polarity will be from the northern to the southern magnetic field in the northern hemisphere, and vice versa in the southern hemisphere. The reversal is driven by sunspots, magnetically complex regions of the sun's surface that can spawn significant solar events such as solar flares and coronal mass ejections, CMEs. Large blasts of plasma and magnetic field. As sunspots emerge close to the equator, they will have an orientation matching the old magnetic field, while sunspots forming close to the poles will have magnetic field matching the incoming magnetic orientation. This is called Hale's law, but the exact underlying cause of such a flip in polarity remains mysterious. That gets into the whole solar cycle and wondering what that is. Solar physicist Phil Schreier previously told Space.com, "We still don't have a really self-consistent mathematical description of what's happening. And until you can model it, you don't really understand it. it's hard to really understand it. What we do know is the solar magnetic field flip is not instantaneous. It's a gradual transition from a dipole to a complex magnetic field to a reverse dipole over the entire 11-year solar cycle. In short, there's no specific moment in which the sun's poles flip. The magnetic field flip is so gradual you won't even notice when it happens. And no, however dramatic it might sound, it is not the sign of impending apocalypse. The world will not end tomorrow. There's no doubt that the sun has been incredibly active recently, firing out numerous powerful solar flares and CMEs, triggering strong geomagnetic storms on Earth, which in turn have produced some incredible auroral displays as of late. Space weather is typically the strongest during solar maximum, when the sun's magnetic field is almost the most complex. One side effect of the magnetic field shift is slight but primarily beneficial. It can help shield Earth from galactic cosmic rays, high-energy subatomic particles that travel at near-light speed and can damage spacecraft and harm orbiting astronauts who are outside Earth's protective atmosphere.